Hey y'all! So, it's the ominous voice again. Not because I don't want y'all to see my lovely face, but because I am breaking out so bad in so many places that my makeup is just not sitting the way I want it to. And I feel really bad about it. And I also have a dry spot right at the corner of my mouth. And it makes me a little self-conscious at this point. So I don't really want to be on camera with it. I get it. The lights kind of like blur it out sometimes, but I still don't want to subject myself to it. So we're going to do it this way. So I had an idea for this video. I was going to do something else and I will get to it. I promise I will get to it. But I did want to come on and talk about this because I was thinking about this makeup gift ideas. I wanted to talk about it and give some ideas that could be very helpful, but the idea of this is not to get the exact gifts that I'm putting in here, but it is to be purposeful about the gifts you are giving to people. It doesn't have to be a ton of items or spend a ton of money. It is about looking at the gifts you are giving and being purposeful about it. There's also another argument about whether quantity over quality, whether you should get like 3 things that maybe they'll semi-like, or maybe they won't, maybe they'll just kind of like it, over maybe getting 1 or 2 things that someone would really enjoy. But I wanted to do this video for the makeup lovers, for the people who are trying to figure out gifts for people. I was also thinking about this point where the stereotype of, so I heard you like makeup, and then they give you something that it's kind of like this 8-in-1 lipstick, eyeshadow, blush palette that may or may not work. So I wanted to show a couple ideas of what you can give your loved ones who are into makeup this season. These gift ideas were given to me by different people in my life that I kind of talked to and interviewed about what they would like to see or what they feel like was great gifts. So I'm going to start with the first one, which was given to me by Tori from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. Make sure to subscribe to her and make sure to subscribe to me as we talk through these. Hers was to get a highlighter, a lippy, like a cheek product, a lippy, and a eyeshadow. Now that seems like a lot of products, and it seems like it can be a lot of money. The thing is, you can make it more affordable, but you can also spend as much as you want, or you can mix and match as much as you want. So for example, you could do this little Desique palette, depending on the K-Beauty brand and how big they are, they can run from $10 to 20-something bucks. Then this that I bought recently, because I wanted to try it out, is the Maybelline Fit Me. At Walmart, this cost maybe $6. And then my Kiko Milano gloss, maybe $10. So yes, that does seem like a bit, but if you are buying them throughout the year, leaves less of a burden when you are going for these gifts. But you can interchange these depending on your budget. So you could also do like this, a Natasha Denona palette with a gloss and the blush. Or maybe you switch it out for a Morphe blush, maybe a little bit more money. And then, or you could switch out the Kiko gloss. Hold on a second, drum roll please. A ColourPop gloss. And I don't have this one with me. I do, but I did have it. An Essence gloss, which is $5. So you can interchange depending on what their preferences are. Like you can do this with a Lawless lip gloss and a Benefit blush. I also recommend the mini. These blushes are just so pigmented and they do not go fast, so you can get a mini. This is an example. You can also trade out the blush for a highlighter. Or even better, if you don't want to go into the cheap product, there you go, a palette and a gloss. And I like the idea of the gloss a little bit more than a lipstick or something that is a little bit more opaque, because a gloss can fit a lot of different people depending on the color and the opacity. So if it's a sheer base with just a bunch of glitter, then perfect. If it's opaque, like just a opaque no glitter gloss, you're probably going to want to be a little bit more purposeful about the color. Also, you need to be purposeful about what this person likes. So maybe they're not a mainstream brand fan, but they are indie. So you can go and find some indie products to go in. If you don't want to get them a lip product, just get the highlighter or the palette, or the palette and the gloss. There are so many ways to mix and match and find different options. The point is to be purposeful about what you are buying. Like if your friend hates Natasha Denona and Natasha Denona and ColourPop greatly dislikes them, they're probably not going to be as thrilled. And yes, people should be grateful for receiving gifts, as people do not need to spend their money or their time doing this for anybody. It's more about being purposeful. If you really want, and understanding that people do have preferences and they're allowed to have preferences. Now, does that mean they get to be a jerk to you if you get it wrong, or they get to be a jerk to you because you don't get it 100% right? Of course not. But these are just some ideas on how to be a little bit more purposeful with these gifts. So my next one, and I was thinking about this, I did this last year, get a palette and a primer. I purposely for my friends who got colorful palettes, I went with a white, but if I had some friends who were more into nudes or neutrals, I got one that was their skin tone or close to their skin tone. So this one is about my skin tone, and then could switch it out for something like this. There are also more, if you don't want to spend the $20 on this, there are plenty of other primers that you can get that can give the same effect. Or if you don't want something as opaque, I would go with the Ulta one. It definitely gives a more sheer base. Or another idea, just get the glitter glue. If your friend just needs a more tacky base, but it's fine if it's clear, glitter glue. There are so many ways to make this. You just need to be very purposeful about what you are buying. If your friend is very much into color, then these might be the go. If your friend really loves a putty, and these are just all examples, I'm not saying you gotta buy these. If your friend likes a more putty texture, your friend, if they're into indie, plenty of ways to accommodate what your friend likes. Or if you don't want to do, just buy the expensive thing. Buy that one expensive thing that they want, or pricier thing. I'm not saying go ballin' crazy, but get the pricier thing. Or get something that I just showed you, like this. The 3 blush shades. So they're getting multiple formulas in one item. If you are starting from the beginning, and I'm gonna be honest, I start Christmas shopping in like August because it makes it easier for me to gather up everything and slowly buy the gifts. And I get everyone can't do that. Some people save up until December and then they just blow it all in. Another thing I did this year that I thought was a good idea was, so this is not the actual highlighter, and this won't go out till Wednesday. My friend will already have her gift by then, but I didn't want to like flash her gift on camera. This Fenty highlighter. Sephora did their Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday sale. Right now they're having 20 to 30% off for everyone right now. I bought this when it was 30%. I waited for the right sale. Even though you shouldn't be like buying everything during a sale, you don't need it all. If you are looking for a specific gift and you know it's going to be on sale, that is the time to jump and buy it. So I did get her one of these, but I got it 30% off. And these are about $40. I think I got it for $28, which was a better deal than paying the full $40. Do I think this is worth it normally? Of course, I love this highlighter. That is another recommendation that I give. Beauty Moon also had a sale for Black Friday. That might be the time. Amazon sells some K-beauty products. If your friends are into K-beauty or Asian beauty, that might be the time to buy, is when Amazon is having a sale on these products. And you can get a discounted rate. ColourPop is doing 12 Days of Christmas. If there is a specific product you are looking for a friend, that might be the time. Check the sales. Don't just buy willy-nilly, but check the sales to see if there's actually something your friend wants or your family member wants at that moment, and then specifically pick it up when it's on sale. So it can kind of be not a hero moment, but you know, it also shows that you were listening when that friend was expressing what they love. Also, be very careful about skin tones. Sorry, I don't know if I was very clear about it. Please be careful of skin tones. Do not get something. That's why I don't recommend concealer, foundation, things like that, because unless you know that person's specific skin tone, it can get really, really complicated. Also, another thing I do with my friends is I'll get them talking, and because they know I love makeup, I ask follow-up questions, and so I'll be like, oh, you use that product? Which color do you use? When I get the color, I'll write it down somewhere and use it later. So I am sneaky that way. Now, why am I putting a bunch of eyeliners, lip liners, and eyeshadows on the table? This is another trick that I do. So like I said, it's all about being purposeful. It's all about buying what people will actually enjoy over what they just get in quantity. This year, I went and bought one of the lip liner kits from ColourPop. It came with like 9 liners, and I had some friends I was going to give some liners to because I knew either they had wanted to try them or they were looking into lip liners. These are my favorite lip liners, and they had a set with all the colors I wanted to pass out or give them a try, or I was very specific about the colors they would use. And I divided those lip liners amongst multiple gifts. So I was able to kind of divvy them out. They also do it with the Super Shocks. So if you can get a set of Super Shocks, you can also divvy those up, and it takes out the only ones I've seen are the 3s. That takes out gifts. 3 gifts right there. You've divvied up 3 gifts. If you want to go a little bit more bougie, Makeup Forever did a small travel size case with a bunch of different artist color pencils. You could buy that, split those among people. ColourPop also does it with their liners. You can get a kit, spread it around. Or, just in general, you can buy a kit. If it has specific things that your friends would use, like a lip liner and gloss kit, I know those are not real kits. Not a real kit. Patrick Ta's not making a kit with ColourPop. Then you can do it that way. And it goes back to my thing about you could maybe spend some more money on one item and a little less on another item. When I recommend that, I would put maybe a little bit more money into what they find important, and then the complementary product that goes with it. I put a little less into the complementary that maybe they aren't as particular about. That, because I guess my next point is, if you are excited about a product and you've been talking about this product so much and you love it to death and you've been talking to your friend about it, when they see it in a gift, if they haven't tried it or they've expressed wanting to try it, it shows that you listened and that you got them something that you thought they would love. That it's something from the heart to them based off of your loves and your recommendations. Now, my other suggestion, if you are trying to get gifts. First off, Essence has got some great products to gift out. And I say that for Olive Drugstore. if you really wanted to, you could make a whole drugstore kit and really make it work and cater it to friends that love this stuff. Other thing, and I love doing this too, not because like, maybe this will be controversial or make me look cheap. I don't care. When you are buying something online and they're going to offer you a free gift, and I'm not talking about the free little samples, like a little packet of something. If you're getting offered a free full-size gift of something because you have spent that much money with them, something of that nature where you can get something free added to your cart, or it's a buy one get one. Think about think about your friends that may enjoy a product from them that are part of those free gifts. I know, for example, with Natasha Denona one time, they had, if you bought a certain amount, I think it was like $30 worth of product, you got a free lippy. If you are already $30, let's say this is about $30 and they're like, oh, you can get this gloss free. Think about the people in your life and whether maybe they would like something like that. But it has to be purposeful. So for example, I know that I have received free products, or because I've purchased so much, or the whatnot, and I've looked at the products and I'm like, you know what, I really don't need anything, but I know my friend would love this. I will purposely add that one to my cart as the free gift so I can gift it to my friend later, because I know they'll love it over maybe me loving it. Now, for my makeup artist friends. This one, I will put her name up on the screen, but she gave me the idea for the free product idea. And then Cole of the Ball gave me the idea for eyeshadow palettes. Also, if your friend, Cole of the Ball also mentioned, maybe your friend is all about makeup, they buy whatever they want, so it's hard to purchase, but they don't know as much about skincare or hair care, and they've really wanted to get into that, and that's your expertise. Do that. Pick out products you know work, that you've researched, that you love, that can meet their needs as well, and get those. Get them hair care or skincare that you think will work for them. And they will appreciate that so much, because that means they have to do less research to figure out what to buy. For my makeup artist friends, Juan and Emmy, thank you so much for that. Do you know what this is? Cinema Secrets. Brush cleaner. This is a jumbo size. I get mine on sale on Amazon. This is also Cinema Secrets, but that's because I had a bottle break of Cinema Secrets and I had to put the rest. Your makeup artist friends will appreciate their favorite brush cleaner, because it's one less thing they have to purchase for themselves, because it is a business expense at the end of the day, and if they get it free, great. They don't have to go out and purchase it themselves. Another one, powder puffs and sponges, because a lot of makeup artists nowadays are including the powder puff and the sponge in their pricing to basically be able to give them away. But eventually they run out of them. The powder puffs and you can't really reuse them on a client. You can't like use it on one client and take it to the next client like a brush. Make sure you kind of know like which puffs they use, or because some may not care. Some may just get the generic from Amazon, like these more nicer ones. Just figure out which ones they like the best. This one I got from Sephora, the sponge. It's really nice. But I also know one of my makeup artist friends loves the AOA sponges, and you can get a pack of like 6 for like $10. You can get them a couple of those. I know one of my makeup artist friends cuts them in half. So instead of 6, he gets 12 out of them, and then he gives them to the clients. You just, with that kind of gift, you basically gave them free product to use, something they don't have to purchase later. They were telling me. That's what they told me. I'm not speaking for every makeup artist. Some makeup artists do want product. And also, if a makeup artist is starting a kit, you could also go back to this idea again. if they are looking for product, because I know it takes a lot to create a kit. You can do it on a budget, but I believe your makeup artist friends will really appreciate it to get multiple items to help with their kit. That actually might be the only people I would recommend getting foundations for. Figure out what foundation they love to use on clients and get a shade or two. Try to make it spread out, because they probably do work on multiple skin tones. But if you got the money to get them a bunch of different foundations, that's great too. I know I don't, but that's just another idea. But at the end of the day, it's about being purposeful. For example, one of my friends is getting into makeup. I've already shipped her gift, so it's over, it's done. She will get it soon, so I'm not really worried about her seeing this video first. What I got her was things she was asking for, things she wanted advice on. So I got her a gloss, because she was asking about what glosses were good. I got her an eyeshadow palette and a setting powder, because she was asking about a setting powder, and I got her a translucent one, knowing that it would match better. She is of a fairer skin tone, so I wasn't worried about a white cast at that. And that is what she got for Christmas. But I didn't have to break the bank. 2 of those items were drugstore, and then the nicer item was on sale. So I was able to put together something pretty nice without breaking my bank in the process. And I really hope she loves it. Like I said, she hasn't received it yet. I have a friend that I've collected makeup products for half a year, because I've suggested them to her, or told her I really love them, or she's talked about a product she's really loved, or she's expressed a concern that she has with her makeup. And I collected a couple products throughout a few months, nothing that will expire quickly. And I put that together. It's a cultivated kit of products that she is going to love. Hopefully she's gonna love, that suit her skin, and she doesn't have to buy them to try them out. Someone is gifting them to her so she can experiment on someone else's budget. Someone else's budget. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, just like, it's nice. But that's just my opinion on some of these products that we've talked about. Let me know down in the comments, what are some gift ideas you've thought of over the years? What is something you like to gift your beauty loving friends? I would love to hear from it. And I wanted to give everyone credit who I talked to. Product ideas. I didn't want specific products, but I did want ideas of how to cultivate gifts. And but I wanted to cultivate purposeful gifts, because I think that's important, and I think people are allowed to want what they want. But you should also be grateful for gifts that you receive from people who have spent time, money, and effort into getting that. As much as you can be grateful, you can also have preferences, and that's okay too. But let me know your thoughts. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, scrolling down below, and make sure to follow the others that I talked about. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. I hope all of y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Do not get into debt for makeup. It's not that important. Be purposeful about what you're buying, not only for your friends, but for yourself. Be purposeful for yourself. Later on this month, I will be talking about my makeup resolutions, and we will be talking about being purposeful. Love to you all. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful week, a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.